What is up, my video gamers? It's all around video gamer here. Welcome to part 7 of Let's Predict the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, part 7. Yeah, a lot of 7s. This is just going to be, miscellaneous stuff. Usually the last two parts, like part 6 and 7, are how to promote the product and, miscellaneous, just for any suggestions. But let's get into this. The transitions are getting better and better. So any other things that the iPhone 7 really needs? Well, it needs the next Apple processor, the A10 processor. And you know what's kind of coincidental? I've noticed that all the A processors, starting with the iPhone 4, have matched all the iOS's. Like, for example, the iPhone 4 came out with the A4 chip running iOS 4. Yeah, a lot of 4s. The only thing more complicated would be for the iPhone 4 to come out in 2004. Too many 4s. And then the iPhone 4S, with the A5 chip, came out with iOS 5 with the A6 chip and iOS 6. 5C came out with iOS 7, but the 5S came out at the same time. So, yeah, and the 5S still had the A7 chip, so those two phones kind of came out at the same time. Then the 6 with iOS 8 and the A8, you guys get the idea. So, the next processor in line would obviously be the A10 processor. And of course, they make A8X, but that's really only for the iPad. For the iPad Pro 2 or the Air 3, technically the Air 3 is already out because of the Pro 9.7, but still though, if the real Air 3 came out, then they would probably most likely do an A10X or an iPad Pro 2. And obviously it needs to have iOS 10 because that's the next iOS in line as well to come out. And the betas are already out, so we already know it's going to be coming out. But what about iOS 9.3.3 though? Maybe there'll be an SE2 to release it. FaceTime, I discussed this in the features part of the Let's Predict the iPhone 7. Needs to have FaceTime because it's another calling thing. Contacts, if you don't have a contacts app, well then, how can you view people's phone numbers and how can you add people to memorize all their information? Phone application, because if you don't have this, well then, it's not an iPhone, it's an iPod. And you need to be able to call people. Also needs to have messages. I didn't put that on here, but it needs to have messages. Needs to have maps, needs to have mail, needs to have Safari, needs to have calculator. I couldn't fit it all in one slide, but I can just tell it to you guys. It needs to have all those applications in order for it to be good. Flashlight, control center, notification center, all that stuff. And maybe any other cutting edge features that Apple can think of. The reason I put cutting edge into into quotes is because they're not really cutting edge features. It's not like, oh my god, this is so cool, so cutting edge. Maybe Apple could think of their own ideas. There has been a leak on Everything Apple Pro's channel, not his channel, but someone did leak a waterproof thing for the iPhone 7. That's cutting edge feature, but it already came out for the S7 and the S7 Edge, so is it really cutting edge now? We had waterproof phones before, but they weren't really 100% waterproof. Take a look at the S5, for example, and hell, there's waterproof cases and stuff. So, it's not really a cutting edge feature. And also, take a look at some of Samsung's other features, like their VR and stuff. If Apple came up with some of those stuff now, it wouldn't really be cutting edge, and technically it's still not really cutting edge now. We have Oculus Rift. There's the HTC Vive, the Google Cardboard, the Microsoft HoloLens. Those are just better ones. So if Apple came up with these features now, it really wouldn't be too cutting edge. Really. So maybe Apple could think of something original and maybe just steal all those ideas from Samsung and just be lazy heads. I'm not trying to be mean, but still. That's what they are. Channel today is Charlotte.XO, so congrats. Monday we have some AAVG LP for you guys, as well as a vlog and maybe a Minecraft video, maybe some other videos. or something. I'm not sure. I'll see what I can get out on Monday.